has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Alright. Hello everyone, and welcome to Darkest Dungeon. It's been about 3 years or so since last I recorded some gameplay, so at least alone. So I'm probably a bit rusty, particularly in my English, but yeah. So anyway, this is Darkest Dungeon, as I already mentioned, a game that I've been playing quite a lot. As you can see, I already have a game file started, but that's not the one I'm going to use now. Let's just call this one YouTube, just for fun. So yeah.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Alright then. I know. Welcome to the game. Okay, first of all, I need to rename my characters. I've chosen to use names of people I know. So the names probably won't mean a lot to anyone, but me and those people, if they're watching. Yeah. Okay, this is the map, which consists of rooms and corridors. And since this is the tutorial, the map isn't that big.
Brigands have run up these
Let's
lanes.
see.
Keep to the side
Hey,
path.
I know.
The hamlet is just ahead.
I know.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
I actually surprised him. Okay, let's see. First of all, these are your character's skills. They're position based, which means that this guy, being in position 2, can actually use every skill, but since the enemy is in the first position, these 2 skills can't be used. As you see by the dots there, these 2 skills can only target positions 2, 3 and 4. This skill targets both 1, 2 and 3 positions, and this skill can target the second and the first and second position. So let's just attack him, and he's bleeding. This guy can use all his skills because all of his skills can target the first 2 positions, except this skill, which is a buff. But yeah.
Confidence surges as
And
the enemy
he's dead,
crumbles.
which is no surprise. And you only get 50 gold, which is unusually low, actually, I think. Yeah, these are curios. These are things you'll come across quite often, and they can have both positive and negative results or rewards. If you can have different items, and you can use those items to influence the result, but I don't really have anything, and I don't think anything would work with this anyway. Let's just check inside and see what...
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
I wouldn't say much. This is really low. Oh well. Let's enter the room, and we have a fight,
Send these
as
vermin
always.
a
And now we're
message.
surprised.
The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
As you can see, this guy is big, so he takes up both the first and second spot. Okay, this isn't too bad. This, on the other hand, oh well, put him back in the right spot. That's... thank you. Let's just kill you. No, you got quite a lot of HP, so... let's use this skill on this guy. This is an attack that also buffs me. And I dodged everything. Can't ask for a better result than that. Ouch. And I'm bleeding. Ow, that's... Okay, let's just kill you. Oh,
Continue the
yes,
onslaught.
please.
Destroy them all.
Of course. And of course this guy doesn't die. Yeesh.
A hand
Ah, that's the door already?
found.
God damn it. Oh well. Yeah. Okay, this door is bad, and I'm gonna turn off this thing because I just think it's terrible. Of course, no matter what, you'll get a huge debuff when you're at that store, because you're at that store. You're almost dead. But when you heal someone off of that store, they still have a debuff. Not as bad as this one, but still a debuff, and you can turn that off, fortunately. I hate that feature. So yeah. As you can see, you don't instantly die when you get down to 0 HP, which is a good thing because that's gonna happen a lot. But of course, when you're at 0 HP and someone hits you, there's a chance that you might die. Let's just kill him before that happens.
Alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Actually, okay, this chest is always trapped, as you can see. I've had keys here before, but I never had a shovel. I don't know if this works. It didn't work. Damn it. Oh well. I'm not gonna touch it then. And we gained almost nothing. This is probably one of the worst tutorial results I've ever had. Well, okay, so here you gain experience, which both of my guys just reached level 1. Yes, I started off at level 0. And you also gain quirks. Okay, this one is a positive quirk. But you can also gain negative quirks, which are in red text, and yeah.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Yeah. Anyway, that narrator is awesome. Yeah, after every mission or every quest, all your characters have a chance to gain quirks, both positive and negative, and also during missions, depending on what happens. Okay, so this is my hamlet. I currently have access to almost nothing. All these buildings are unlocked until I complete more quests. I've got access to the graveyard.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Yes, most will, because characters dying are quite common in this game. These guys are actually more or less expendable. There are, I think, 14 character classes, and you can recruit them and just send them out to die. Of course, you prefer if they didn't die, but yeah.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
I think this is just to replay story stuff that the narrator says. So, it's a thing. And this is probably one of the most important things. Well, maybe not, but...
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Yeah. This is where you recruit more characters. So, quite important. And as always...
Better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield.
And as always, you start off getting a plague doctor and a vestal. That's just how it is every time. And we'll rename these guys. The plague doctor is actually female, but because of this mask, which is kind of an inside joke, I'm going to rename him after a friend of mine, which is not female. And of course the vestal, which I'm going to rename after my girlfriend. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna upgrade this stuff.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
I'll upgrade this because it gives me a higher chance of getting different characters. Usually I'd upgrade it to here, but since I got basically nothing on the tutorial, I can't. Oh well. Let's go for the second
Mecca
tutorial
of
mission.
madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Okay, let's just add these guys, and sometimes your party will be named depending on what classes you have, and also for some reason what position they're in. If I switch these guys, I'm suddenly Red Hook, but I prefer this configuration. Okay, let's see. These are the different areas of the game where you so far you only have access to the ruins, or technically not that even, but it's the tutorial quest. So, and this is the darkest dungeon, which I'm not gonna even touch. The quests, when they are just round like this, it means it's a short quest, which means fewer rooms. When they have 3 spikes on them, they're medium quests, which means, well, I don't have double the rooms, but a lot more rooms. And also you gain the ability to camp once during the quest. And then there are long quests, which have, I think, 5 spikes, and you can camp twice during the quest. But of course, this is a short one, since it's just a tutorial. And here are the quest rewards. So these are things that we are guaranteed to get if we complete the quest. Okay. Is there anything else I should do? I don't think so.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
He's such an uplifting guy. Okay, we need a provision for the quest, and we always need food. And you'll probably see why during the quest, but yeah, you always need to have some food. At least 1, preferably 2 or more per character. At least for short quests. And let's see, a couple of torches, a couple of shovels, a key, definitely some bandages, and I got an anti-venom and a holy water. Some characters give you these items for free when you start a quest. I think the anti-venom is from the Plague Doctor, and the holy water probably the Crusader, I guess. It's quite different. Anyway, I think that is good enough for the first quest, so let's start. I know. Okay, so as you can see, this dungeon is quite a bit bigger than the tutorial dungeon. Or the first tutorial dungeon. Okay. And of course, what you just saw there was stress damage. And, okay, this red bar is the health bar, which is quite normal. This thing under it is the stress bar. And this is actually the more important one of the two, because health isn't really that big of an issue. Of course, you need to keep that up as well, but stress, it's more difficult to heal stress damage than it is to heal regular damage. And if the stress bar reaches maximum, then bad things might happen. And of course, they gain stress just by walking. The torch the lower the torch gets, the more stress you get. So that's quite an important mechanic. Also, the higher the torch gets, the bigger the chance
The light,
of...
the promise of safety.
Yes. The higher the chance of scouting ahead, which is also quite important. And this fight is really quite simple. Can probably kill these guys before they can do anything.
Destroy them all.
Corpses is an interesting mechanic that I added during early access. Originally, when an enemy died, they just disappeared, which really screwed up the whole positioning mechanic of the game, because some enemies, when they started off in the back and got moved up when other enemies died, just got really useless, and it was quite easy to just basically exploit that, I guess. So they added corpses, which also have health, and you can get rid of them, but of course it costs a turn. But yeah, it made the game quite a bit more difficult and strategic.
Confidence surges as the enemy
In
crumbles.
a battle like this, it doesn't really matter.
A trifling victory.
And
a
we don't
victory
really need anything
nonetheless.
to open this. And we get a trinket for the Abomination, which is an interesting class that you'll hopefully see soon. Let's move on. No scouting, and this is why we bring shovels.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Indeed it does. If you don't have shovels and you come across things like this, and you're gonna have a bad time. Okay. This thing needs to go away. And since I don't really have... I can use this, but I probably want to do this instead. I want to buff my Highwayman so it does more damage. And this is... Okay. Fortunately, my Highwayman dodged. But the attack that she used right there is one of the worst things she can do, because it does quite a lot of stress damage. Let's see. And there it is. Crits, as you can see, reduces stress damage, which is quite good. Okay, you do not really have the skills I want you to have, but oh well. Okay, stun this person. Didn't work. Okay, you need to die. Some of you need to die.
Faint hope blossoms.
And now... Fuck. Stop dodging. I said stop dodging. You have 13 dodge, so it's not really a surprise. That's also a pretty bad skill. Because now that she's moved up, she can't heal anymore. Eesh. I'm gonna buff this guy too, I think. So it's a higher chance he'll kill this guy.
Advantage. Give them no quarter.
Now really need you to die.
Formation is
Thank
broken.
you.
Maintain the offensive.
Fortunately, it's quite easy to rearrange your party after battle. Okay. Let's see. Increase the
In
torch.
Radiant, may we
Hopefully,
find victory.
hopefully a scout. Yes, thank you. That's an interesting configuration. Okay, I think I want to do... It doesn't really matter. This is best, I think. Or really, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go around anyway. Got a key and a portrait. Portraits are very important. Another one of these. And of course, she gets first attack and causes quite a lot of stress. I really don't like those. Let's see. I think I need to buff you. This guy causes bleed, which at this level isn't that bad. 1 damage per turn isn't really something I want to be too concerned about right now. Okay, this guy needs to die. Also, that skill I just used does extra damage against Unholy, which all undead enemies are. Let's see. Can stun. Hopefully it works. No, it didn't. God damn it. Oh well. Hopefully this works. Yes. More bleed. Yeah, okay, now it's probably about time to bandage up. And go. Almost get the kill. Let's see. Oh right, I can also use this to heal. To cure blight or bleed. I rarely have that skill. But it's good to know.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
This chest can be opened just like it is, and I think it gives you treasure anyway, but if you use a key, you get more treasure. Yeah, that's still quite bad. Wow. Okay. And since I managed to scout the area, I can see traps. If I hadn't scouted, I couldn't see them. Traps can be disarmed, and this is this character's trap resistance. The higher the trap resistance, I think, the greater the chance to disarm, and here you can see all the chances, and since this guy has the highest chance, he'll disarm and relieve some stress. Now the torch is getting low, that's okay. Having a lower torch also means I get more loot, so that's something to consider. I'm not really sure how that works, like in a logical point of view, but I guess it's kind of a risk-reward thing. It's a higher risk having the torch this low, but there's also higher reward. Alright, let's see. Once again, I think I'm just gonna buff you. And buff you. I hate this guy. He does so much damage. Not that that did any less. God damn it. And of course the healing spells in this game, except for one character, are really quite useless. They heal for basically nothing compared to the damage you take. But oh, seriously? That's like the lowest damage I could have done. Okay. Grape shot blast. Let's see. I can. If I hit, I can take out this guy and damage the other two. Yeah. Not really sure if that was worth it. And let's see. seriously just gonna do this. I think the light's not gonna do too much. And you're just gonna heal this guy. And of course, that damage is so bad compared to the healing. Oh, yay. I mean, this heals for 1 damage or 1 health. Of course, it cures Blight or Bleed, but it doesn't really. It's 1 health, it's better than nothing. Can't really do much else.
Gently.
Well.
This is how a life is taken.
Let's see. Okay, I think this thing will heal me actually. If I use a holy water. Yes, thank you. That's quite good.
And now, the darkness holds
Oh
dominion,
no.
black as death.
I hate this. I really, really hate this. Okay. Here's where the quirks come in. This guy, the Crusader, the starting Crusader, always has these. Oh, not this one. He earned that one on the first mission. He always has these quirks when he starts, and he's a kleptomaniac. So that means that sometimes he'll just steal the items, and that's not good. Walking backwards like this deals stress damage. I'm not really sure why. Probably because walking backwards means they fear being attacked from behind. I'm not sure, but yeah, there was no real reason to continue going forward, so no matter. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this. I don't really want to keep going in complete darkness. Wow, that's a lot of food. And yeah, here's why food is important, because if you don't have food, then you take damage and stress damage, and that's not good. That's quite a lot of stress damage. An empty room. Well, there's one more room, because I think our quest was to explore 90% of rooms, which in a short quest means all but one, but let's continue to the last one. And we still have a shovel, so this is no problem. And let's see. Food can also be used to heal your characters, which you normally don't want to do, at least not in the middle of a mission, but since this is the end of a mission and probably before a fight, I'm gonna use some food to heal anyway. Yeah, but you always want to keep some food when you're in the middle of a mission in case you get a hunger prompt like that. He's full, so he can't eat anymore. Okay. Let's just do this. Yeah, that's what oh god damn it. This is really bad. This is very, very bad. And that's quite a lot of stress damage on this guy. Oh god, okay. You need to die, so just, yeah, get him out of here. Ow. Okay. This really doesn't help much because these are skeletons. They have 200% bleed resistance because skeletons can't bleed. So, god damn it. Oh, god, probably should have moved him back instead. Oh well. I think I need to do no. Seriously, I need to move you back so you can heal. And no, please. Oh, thank you. That skill that he just used could have pushed my Crusader back, which means what I did would have made no difference at all. Okay. Plague Grenade hits both of these. Hopefully it will blight them both, and it didn't. Please kill this one. Oh god. 1 damage short. You need to move. No, wait. Yeah, you need to move 1 back. Ow! Oh god. This is really bad. Oh no 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 no. No no no. Oh. Oh no. No. Okay. This guy is probably gonna die, and I forgot to turn off the... Can I do that now? Can I do that in the middle of combat? Yes, I can. I really need that to go. Oh god. Let's get this. No. This battle is going horribly. Seriously, this is just terrible. Please die. Yes, thank you. Oh, he didn't die. I really need to move you back. Okay. Die. Yes, thank you. Okay. Just the 2 worst guys left. Okay, this guy will probably die. The blight will take care of him. And you... Oh, a crit. That's just what I needed. Oh god. This battle is just the worst. You need to do more damage. This guy has 25% protection, so... Whatever, basically, I just nullified that protection by buffing him. You can't do anything, so we need to move you up. And you need to move back there. I think we need to heal this guy again. Another crit for 10. Okay. Please die. Oh god, thank you. Okay.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Stress is not just a problem for the characters in the game, it's also a big problem for the player. Jesus. Hey, another one of these chests. And it's full of awesome stuff. Okay, this is not really the best, but yeah. We've basically finished the dungeon. These 2 spots are empty, so... Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, that's quite a poor result, but what can you do? Well, at least I only have 1 character that got a quirk, and it's a bad one. God damn it.
The plume and the pistol. A fitting end to my folly, and a curse upon us all.
Yeah, so negative quirks, if you don't remove them, then yeah, it's gonna cost a lot more. Okay, we got 2 new buildings unlocked.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful. Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
Both of these are stress release buildings. Regular health damage are healed completely between missions, but as you can see, stress damage is not. It's persistent. So yeah. And it's morning. And I think this is a good place to end this episode. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.